Assalamu alaikum, dear student. This is teacher Ahmed Jasser, and let's start today with a new lesson, a grammar lesson that talks about third conditional. Third conditional اللي هو one of this is the fourth type of clause والنوع الرابع من الجمل الشرطية. We call it third conditional. Third conditional لأنه because the first type النوع الأول هو zero conditional and the second type is first conditional and the third type is second conditional and the fourth type والنوع الرابع we call it third conditional. And here my question is, before we start, which city is it? Look at the photo and which city is it? It is in New York. This is a picture of New York. تمام? And now let's move to the exercise number 1. We are going to listen and complete the dialogue. Listen and complete the dialogue. Are you ready, شباب? Here we go.
9. Page 81. Grammar. Explore. Exercise 1. Listen. Have you got any dollars? No, I haven't. You said that you were going to get them. If I'd had more time in the airport, I would have changed some money. Why do you always leave everything to the last minute? Well, we would have arrived at the airport late if you hadn't made a mistake with the train times. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. We need some currency. There's a cash machine over there. You can use a credit card to get some dollars. Where's the green bag? It's on the kitchen table at home. I didn't bring it. It's got my wallet in it with all my cards. If I'd known that, I would have brought it, but you didn't tell me. When you tell the table, I wouldn't have put it there if I hadn't wanted you to bring it. So, like a new year, no currency and no plastic. What are we going to do?
And as you hear for the dialogue between Amy and Bess, and they are talking and have a dialogue while they are walking in the New York City. تمام? And let's check the model answer. The first blank is, if I had more time in the airport, I would have changed some money. And the second one is, well, we wouldn't have arrived at the airport late if you hadn't made a mistake with the train times. And number 4 is, if I had known that I would have brought it, but you didn't tell me. And the last one is, I put it on the table, I wouldn't have put it there if I hadn't wanted to bring it. And now let's move to exercise number 2 and start read it. Read the learn this box. اقرأ المربع اللي تبع تعلم هذا. How many examples of the third conditional are there in the exercise 1? كم عدد third conditional اللي هو النوع الرابع من الاف كلوز الجمل الشرطية are there in exercise 1 بالتمرين الأول. How many examples of the third conditional are there in exercise number 1 again? We have we have 5 examples. عندنا 5 أمثلة عن third conditional اللي هو الجمل الشرطي. تمام؟ طيب third conditional, the first point is we form the third conditional with. بكون أنا third conditional with مع F بمعنى إذا plus past perfect هاي ب سؤال الشرط if plus past perfect. إيش هو past perfect؟ اللي هو had plus verb 3. past participle had plus verb 3. هاي بسؤال الشرط. أما بجواب الشرط اللي هو after the comma بعد الفاصلة لازم يكون عندي أنا بجواب الشرط would have plus past participle. عندي شقين. الشق الأول if زائد had plus verb 3 past participle بعدين كوما وبجواب الشرط would have plus past participle اللي هو verb 3. أما بالنقطة in the second point we use the third conditional to talk about the imaginary result. بدي أتحدث أنا عن النتيجة التصورية of things that didn't happen لأشياء لم تحدث. For example, if I had left home earlier, comma, I wouldn't have arrived late. Notice here we use if, then had plus past participle. هاي بسؤال الشرط. أما بجواب الشرط اللي هو wouldn't have, then past participle اللي هو verb 3. In the third point, we often use it to express criticism or regret. بالغالب نستخدم we use it اللي هو third conditional to express حتى نعبر criticism or regret على النقد أو الندم. For example, if you had told the truth, I wouldn't have got angry. If you had told, had plus told اللي هو past perfect. إذا أنت أخبرتني الحقيقة I wouldn't have got angry. أنا لم أكن أو لن أغضب منك. I haven't got. I wouldn't have got. And the fourth point or the fourth note is we can also put the if clause in the second part of the sentence without a comma. يعني نقدر نبلش الجملة بجواب الشرط ومن ثم نلغي الكوما بعدها بنحط سؤال الشرط اللي هو if بداية اللي في نهاية الجملة. How اللي هو look at this example. I wouldn't have got angry if you had told the truth. نفس الجملة السابقة هون ولكن عكسنا الأدوار. بلشنا ب بدأنا بجواب الشرط ولغينا الكوما وحطينا سؤال الشرط آخر شيء. تمام. I wouldn't have got angry if you had told the truth. أنا لست من الممكن أن أغضب if you had told the truth إذا أخبرتني الحقيقة. تمام. And the fifth point is we often use short forms in the third conditional. نستخدم short forms in the third conditional sentences. The short form of both had and would is would. بالغالب نستخدم abbreviation اختصار كلمة had واختصار would نكتب would. short form of had and would. طلع لي هون if I had enough money. If I had enough money إذا كان لدي نقود كافية I would have bought. If I had enough money I would bought it. Now let's move to exercise number 1 here at the top of the page في أعلى الصفحة. Complete the third conditional sentence with the correct form of the verbs in brackets ما بين الأقواس. Use short forms. اكتب اللي هو had will would بالshort forms. If she hadn't become a doctor she would have been a dentist. إذا هي لن if she hadn't become a doctor إذا لم تصبح طبيبا she would have been a dentist سوف تكون طبيب أسنان. If they hadn't accepted credit cards إذا هم لم يقبلوا الكريدت كاردز البطاقات الائتمانية we would pay in cash سوف يكتبون أو يدفعون بالكاش. The third example is الجملة الثالثة we فراغ when if we had played better عكس الجمل حط لي جواب الشرط أول شيء والجملة وسؤال الشرط حطه في نهاية الجملة معناته بدنا نبلش الجملة ب we would won we would have won we would have won sorry تمام we would have won. الجملة الرابعة if that picture be for sale I would have bought it. If that picture had been for sale I would have bought it. إذا الصورة كانت للبيع أنا من الممكن أن أشتريها. لاحظ أنا هنا كل the all examples are an imaginary results هي نتائج تصورية اللي هو كلياتها إذا. جملة number 5 she فراغ not fail her exams if she work a bit harder. She wouldn't have failed. She wouldn't have failed her exams if she had worked a bit harder. إذا هي اشتغلت بشكل أقوى. تمام. Let's move to number 6 I فراغنا E the sandwich if I see you drop it on the floor. I wouldn't have eaten that sandwich if I had seen. If I had seen. تمام. Wouldn't have eaten then had seen. Number 7 she not leave if you not be rude to her. She wouldn't have left if you hadn't been rude to her. إذا لم تكن وقحا معها. And 8 you be able to afford the jacket if you not spend all your money on DVDs. You would have been able to afford the jacket if you hadn't spent all your money on DVDs. تمام. would have been able and here we have hadn't spent. And now let's move to exercise number 2. Write the sentences as third conditional sentences. Number 1 is we couldn't pay for dinner because you did not bring your credit card. We could have paid for dinner if you had brought your credit card. Number 2 is we didn't go skiing because it didn't snow. Notice here, number 2 is we would have gone skiing if it had snowed. Number 3, I didn't invite you to my barbecue because I didn't have your number. أنا لم أدعوك إلى حفلة شواء because I didn't have your number. الآن بدك تعطي صورة تصورية أو نتيجة تصورية. I would have invited you أنا كنت من ممكن أن أدعوك to my barbecue if I had your number إذا كان لدي رقمك. تمام. And let's see the answers of 4 and 5 and 6. See you